Have you ever seen the picture of Sylvester Stallone? When he was born, a doctor had to pull him out and his cheeks went in. And that's why he had a speech impediment and he did not look so handsome. Ever since he was born, he had a dream to become an actor. And he started giving auditions, he started approaching agents, he started meeting agents. And what do you think? The agent must have said to Sylvester Stallone, they said, with this face, you are never gonna make it happen. But Sylvester Stallone kept on trying. He kept on meeting. And one day, he was invited by an agent for meeting. And he had to report 4 o'clock. He landed up there 3:45. However, agent did not meet him. Sylvester Stallone waited for him whole night. And next day, when agent met him at 10 o'clock, he asked him, why you waited for me whole night? And he said, because I had to meet you. Agent saw hunger, passion, dedication in him, and he offered him the first role. And Sylvester Stallone got his first role for 8 seconds, and the next role 5 seconds, and the third role only 4 seconds. Sylvester Stallone had no money. He could not afford heating in room. He could not afford heating in home. So he spent his time in a library, because in library there was a heating. And one day he was flipping through some pages of a book. He noticed a beautiful story and he tempted to become a writer. And he wrote a story. He started again approaching agents, and finally he managed to sell this story for $200. And that's way he survived again for few more days. But Sylvester Stallone had no money. He had to sell the jewelry of his wife. His wife left him, and he was broke. He was disappointed. He was dejected. And in that desperation, he decided to sell his best friend, that was his dog. He went to the liquor store, and there he expressed a desire to sell this his best friend dog for $50. And one person offered him $25 for his dog, and with that $25, Sylvester Stallone managed to buy food, and he reached home, switched on TV, and there a boxing match was going on. And in boxing match, the Muhammad Ali, the great boxer, he was beating the rival boxer. And the rival boxer was battered by him. Blood was coming out. And that moment, That was the moment for Sylvester Stallone. An idea came into his mind and he decided to write a story at that point of time. Continuously for 24 hours, he wrote a story. That story was of Rocky, the fighter. 24 hours continuously he wrote that story without food and without water. And when he finished that story, he again started approaching, knocking the door of all the agents. And what the agent said, they say, oh, this story is not good, there is no meat in the story. And finally, he must have approached maybe 1,500 agents, and finally he met an agent who said, this is a good story and I will give you 150,000 US dollar for this story. What a normal guy would do in these circumstances, who had no money, who had hunger, who is living in extreme poverty, he would accept the offer, but not Sylvester Stallone. He said, I would give you a script on the condition that you would star me in the movie. Agent said, it is not possible. You do not look handsome. You do not look like a hero material. You cannot speak clearly. You are not a good actor. But Sylvester Stallone was adamant. So agent offered him 200,000 US dollar. Finally, agent offered him 320,000 US dollar. But Sylvester Stallone did not accept the offer. An agent said that we will take you as a hero in the movie on the condition that we would wipe out all those 320,000 US dollar and would offer you only 30,000 US dollar. Sylvester Stallone had a belief in himself. He knew what was his goal, what was his aim, and that's why he took the decision and he accepted 30,000 US dollar. And what do you think he must have done after getting 30,000 US dollar? He first decided to find out his best friend, the dog. And he again went to the liquor store, waited there for 2 days, and it was the third day when that man came there with the dog. Sylvester Stallone offered him $100. He said the dog was his best friend. But now the man said that now dog has become my best friend and I cannot sell my best friend for $100. Then he offered $200, $500, finally $1,000, and still there was a big no. Finally he offered 15,000 US dollar and also promised him a role in the movie. Sylvester Stallone worked in that movie that was produced in 1 million US dollar, and it became a super hit movie and earned 200 million US dollar. And that was just the Rocky first, and after that they made 7 more movies and millions of dollars that Rocky fame actor made. In our life, when we fail, we blame to government, parents, friends, circumstances, but we never blame ourselves. If we ask, we will receive. If we will seek, we will find. And if we knock, the door will open. And that is the reality of life.